I think it's become quite clear at this point that Star Trek as a franchise is dead. Honestly, it's just that clear. So this is another one of my videos from what came out at San Diego Comic-Con. And we're talking about Star Trek Section 31 trailer. And I saw the thing and I'm sitting there like, what the hell is this supposed to be? Is this supposed to be Dune or I don't know, some kind of like some kind of space cowboys or not? I mean, it doesn't make any kind of sense. Honestly, this is no way, shape, or form anything to do with Star Trek or Section 31. Section 31 was always this shady, underhanded group. The thing about Section 31 is that their entire thing about them as an organization is that they existed solely to protect the Federation. They had access to technology 100 years more advanced than whatever Starfleet had at that time. And they would pretty much be willing to do anything to protect the Federation. It doesn't matter how dirty or underhanded, they would do it. They were everywhere and nowhere out there doing whatever needed to be done. And that was what made them such an interesting group, because they would do that. But no, when they basically decided to turn all of Star Trek into Section 31, basically, and then turn into some kind of diversified DEI experiment that crashed and burned marvelously, this is what we're left with. Because with this Section 31 thing now, it was originally supposed to be a series. Now apparently it's going to be a movie or some nonsense like that. But as I predicted, and rightfully so, the fans hate the hell out of this trailer, and I'm on board for that. Let's dive into this here from Cosmic Book News. Fans hate the Star Trek Section 31 trailer. Paramount was recently sold. Maybe Star Trek will get another reboot. We could always hope, people. Could always hope. Fans really hate the Star Trek Section 31 trailer that was released 2 weeks ago at Comic-Con. Not blaming them at all. The Star Trek Section 31 trailer is up on the official Paramount Plus YouTube channel and currently has 30,000 dislikes. The likes are only 4.6, but the dislikes are risen to more than that by now. Right, so they to go on here. Fans haven't been happy with Star Trek for a long time. Well, yeah. The author says, I did really like Star Trek Picard Season 3, but that's about it. But the thing about it is that I watched the first season of Star Trek Picard. I didn't like it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it or like it. But it was somewhere in the middle. When it comes to Star Trek Picard Season 2, I couldn't even finish watching that first. It was so bad, and I have not till this day watched Star Trek Picard Season 3. I might watch it one time, but I don't know, I was just burned so bad, and I was like, I just not interested anymore. But that's it. Star Trek Section 31 trailer is horrendous. Fans are comparing it to a wannabe Suicide Squad and Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, I would agree with that. Like some kind of weird mashup between Dune, Suicide Squad, and Guardians of the Galaxy. Paramount was recently sold and bought by Skydance, which is owned and run by David Ellison. He also has a sister, Megan Ellison, in the business. While their dad is some rich tech billionaire who helped them buy Paramount, the tech companies have all the money and are buying up broke Hollywood. Insiders at Comic-Con filled me in David Ellison and his sister are huge movie buffs and big-time fans themselves. Who knows, maybe they'll cancel Star Trek Section 31. It's actually a movie. And shit can all the crappy Star Trek stuff on Alex Kurtzman. Yeah, they gave Alex Kurtzman an opportunity to ruin it, and he did not disappoint. And they have Michelle Yeoh in this thing. Ay. This is what the comments had to say. They're actually advertising this like it's Suicide Squad. Star Trek 2025 Borg Dance Club. Section 31 is supposed to be the darkest, most evil people in the Federation, doing its job to keep the Federation safe at the scariest levels that they operate at. I suggest you pull up the Luther Sloan episodes and watch them and see how terribly you have failed at your job. Yeah, you could very well call Section 31 evil, because what they do is morally questionable and downright evil at times. But like I said, their whole thing is to protect the Federation at any cost. They do anything, even the most underhanded, dirty work. The people that used to bully me for liking Star Trek now own Star Trek, and we can see how well that's gone. Can we just get a show that takes place somewhere between TMP and the end of Deep Space Nine, that has around 20 episodes a season, features an ensemble cast crew, and it's all about a group of Starfleet officers exploring the galaxy on their ship? Is this concept? So if they did that, right? If they did that, it would be so fantastic in the work of them. That's what people want. People want to see Star Trek again, where they're on a ship out there exploring. The whole thing about it in Star Trek, the whole thing set up, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Star Trek Enterprise. It's ongoing mission to explore new worlds, seek out new civilizations, to boldly go where no one has gone before. That's what people want to see. Not your weird version of turning Section 31 into Guardians of the Galaxy. Nobody wants to see that. And next one, this must be that Guardians of the Galaxy script that got rejected. I wouldn't doubt that. Let's hold an open staff meeting of a Black Ops group at the Tatooine Cantina, where we can all be photographed together. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. Idiots. Good Lord. Okay, Alex, you finally got to make the Section 31 show that you have clearly so dearly wanted to make since you first got to work on the franchise. In defiance of all good sense and no one ever wanting or asking for such a thing, you did it. Enough now, please. You literally have to beg him to stop now. Why do the current Star Trek handlers seem to think Section 31 is James Bond in space? There's even an episode of Deep Space Nine mocking that kind of concept, because these people have no idea what Section 31 is. They just heard of it, decided, let's just turn it into our own thing, and that's what they want to do. I'm old enough to remember when Star Trek was about mankind growing into a better future. Yeah. And this is what somebody said to me. Somebody asked me, why is everything that is being made today always so dark and depressing? And I'm like, because the people who make it, this is how they view the world. Star Trek used to be about mankind growing into a better future. But look at what Discovery did, right? When they went to the future, the Federation was destroyed. Earth had become isolationist. You understand me? The Vulcan, everybody was all out of everything. Nobody cared. Everything was just a bunch of shit can nonsense, because that is how they view everything. You can't go to the future and find it actually really good, and then you go out and explore things. No, you need to find some shit you need to do, throw it in there and act like everybody's supposed to be happy with it. Boy. Not only is this not Star Trek, it's not even Section 31. Where's Vin Diesel and Michelle Rodriguez? Yeah, best just call this Fast and the Furious in space. Where that's going, it should probably work. I'm usually much kinder than everyone else in the comments, but what is this? Section 31 is supposed to be scenarios where I accidentally bump into you, say sorry, and you die 2 minutes later. They are supposed to be the worst to protect the Federation. I don't know who they are making this for. This just makes me sad, because they make these things for themselves and then act like if you don't love it, you're the problem. That's what. If it hadn't Star Trek in the title, I wouldn't have recognized it as anything related exactly. Can I report this for clickbait? The title says Star Trek, but there is no Star Trek in this video. Yep. So who is the target audience for this? It looks dreadful. The only target audience for this is them. And when it fails, blame everybody else. When a humble Cardassian Taylor is more menacing than your entire elite cast, you have a problem. That is true. Eh? I forgot the guy's name right now, but from Deep Space Nine, that Taylor was so menacing it wasn't even funny, and that's kind of what Section 31 was supposed to be. They're supposed to hide in plain sight, but still do the dirty work and be menacing. This nonsense, no. Next entry. I just recently I rewatched the Deep Space Nine episode In the Pale Moonlight. While not directly about Section 31, it was an amazingly written and acted episode that delved into all the nasty things the Federation was willing to do when its back was up against the wall, and the moral fallout that the characters must struggle with. And then we have this. They don't make Star Trek anymore. And people have said, oh, Strange New Worlds is a good one. I have watched a couple of episodes and I don't like it. It doesn't feel like Star Trek to me at all. And this is, Star Trek used to be a space opera that used to draw you in and be so damn good. Now you just have this nonsense that nobody cares about. Paramount Plus, we're failing and we can't figure out why. Here's why. Okay, right here. This is the reason why, people. This is it. In the movie slated to premiere in early 2025, Michelle Yeoh reprises her fan favorite role as Emperor Philippa Georgiou. That wasn't a fan favorite role, but whatever. A character she played in Star Trek Discovery's first season, who joins a secret division of Starfleet tasked with protecting the United Federation of Planets. She also must face the sins of her past. So great. More sins of the past. But yeah, look. Bottom line of this, nobody likes this. Nobody wants this. This is not Star Trek. This is just nonsense. And when I saw this trailer for San Diego coming out, I was like, okay, this is the level of shit you all have descended to. You deserve to fail, because this is no way, shape, or form any kind of anything to do with Star Trek at all. But this is the crap that they keep doing. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. I have a different opinion. I'd love to hear it. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.